We've covered BioNano Genomics a good few times on this channel now. I've went over some of their risks, I went over a company overview and breakdown, we went through some of their financials and future outlooks, and this is a company that I really do find to be very, very intriguing. A lot of people have been talking about this one. It's a hot or cold stock. It's, some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it's too risky, some people think it's just the biggest reward ever and that it has the most potential. I would honestly say that I'm somewhere right in the middle. I think this company has a lot of potential, but I would say it's just so volatile that it is absolutely insane watching this thing go up and down sometimes. Is really, really crazy. But what we did get is we did get a piece of information yesterday around 7 or 8 o'clock last night that I do think is very interesting. I think that it is going to bring a lot of good attention to the company, and I think it can lead to a lot of investment and a lot of new consumers in the future here. So what I wanted to do today is to get up and make sure that we brought you guys this video. It is currently about 5 in the morning roughly. We're getting these videos out. Whenever I tell you guys we have seen the most I have never seen this much growth on my channel before. I mean, I'm talking over 1,000 subscribers in the last 8 or 9 days roughly. We just hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday. We're coming up on 2,300 right now. It's insane. Look, I just wanted to say, I appreciate you guys. It's super duper overwhelming sometimes to just see the amount of support and love and appreciation that you guys show me. So from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate each and every one of you who stops by, who says hello. You give me criticism, you give me feedback, you give me every single thing that I need to grow this channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you who does so. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a dive into this article. Let's see what is going on with this new event that they just released, and let's see what I think will happen whenever, this whole event is over with, and we can see what it does to the company in the future. So here we are on the article. It says that BioNano Genomics announces the kickoff of its next generation cytogenomics symposium, the largest event yet to showcase Sapphire's utility in genome analysis for genetic disease and cancer. So BioNano Genomics announced the kickoff of its 5-day next generation cytogenetics symposium. It'll start on January 11th and will feature 33 presentations by distinguished Sapphire users from leading hospitals and medical research institutions around the world. The presentations will cover applications of optical genome mapping with Sapphire to analyze the genomes of patients with a variety of genetic diseases, blood cancers, solid tumors, and repeat disorders, as well as the study supporting validation of clinical assays developed by Sapphire users. The last day of the symposium is dedicated to the study of the genomes of severely ill COVID-19 patients. This event is being held virtually and concludes on January 15th, 2021. So I think this is going to be the day that everyone is looking at, and I actually think it's going to bring a lot of hype to the stock itself right here. Because as we have seen in the past with a lot of these different companies, whenever they start to, add their products and whenever they think that their products can affect COVID in any way, people really start to jump on because they think that any company or any business or any type of, brand that can help with COVID, that can, do anything to change COVID at all, people think is going to be, the next big company, the next company that's going to make billions and billions of dollars in revenue. And so I think this day right here, the last day that's dedicated to the study of the genomes of a severely ill COVID-19 patient, is going to be a very, very big one. So I am curious to see how the market does react to this day, especially if they do come out with something that could be, breakthrough or some new type of evidence or new type of study related to the virus itself. I'd be very curious to see what was to happen to BioNano Genomics' stock if they are able to come out with some, pretty new or disruptive type of information. So the chief medical officer of BNGO commented that I joined BioNano Genomics in August of 2020 because I believe that Sapphire was finally ready to transform the way genomes are analyzed in cancer and genetic disease. I quickly realized that the research and clinical communities were not sufficiently aware of Sapphire's capabilities as an informative tool for detecting structural variants of clinical significance. We created this symposium as part of our efforts to change that. I believe that this event will be a turning point for BioNano Genomics as we demonstrate the remarkable capabilities of OGM with Sapphire and how it has the potential to become a standard platform in the pathologist and researcher's armamentarium. Now, we also did get a quote from the CEO saying that over the last year, we've made tremendous progress in advancing the capabilities of Sapphire to detect various classes of large genomic variants that are relevant in cancer and genetic disease with high throughput and low cost in a simple workflow. Important recent data will be presented at our symposium, which we believe demonstrates that Sapphire can detect all clinically reported structural variants identified by traditional cytogenetic methods, which short-read or long-read sequencing technologies have not been able to do. In addition to its equivalency to the methods that are standard of care, presenters will illustrate how OGM with Sapphire finds additional variants missed by the traditional methods. This has led to the diagnosing more patients and an increase in the diagnostic yield. We are excited to show the global community how Saphyr enables next-generation cytogenomics. So this type of thing is exactly what I talked about in my video, I would say about 2 or 3 videos ago roughly. I talked about some of the risks, and I talked about some of the things that I thought BNGO needed to add or work on to really get their company off the ground. Because what I think honestly is that their technology is so enhanced and it is so phenomenal, and what we have seen in comparison from, Saphyr to the traditional methods is absolutely insane. The capabilities of their technology are amazing, and it really could be the future of cytogenomics. But the thing about it is, I was like, not enough people know about this. You know what I mean? They're just starting to come through with all of these new articles, some of this news. And I said that while they have all of this momentum, while people are really paying attention, they need to put their technology on display. Because what we don't want to happen is a lot of people to believe, oh, this company is so amazing, blah, 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 simply for the fact that their stock price is making everyone money. No, they were getting a lot of the wrong attention, in my opinion, because people were just getting in this thing and getting out when they made some profits, rather than really seeing the long-term potential and what this company is capable of whenever it comes to disrupting their entire industry. So with that being said, I need them to start to focus on advertising and marketing out their products. Products are going to be what make investors want to invest for the long term, not just constantly taking this thing up and bringing it back down, and taking this thing up and bringing it back down. Because when you're a company whose stock price is consistently being manipulated by short-termers, it's not going to go well for you long term, in my opinion. So with that being said, I was like, okay, let's see. Will they use this momentum to really put out information, to really put out articles, to really start to boost out their product in order to get the eyes of real investors? And here we are. They're going to have this symposium, which is going to be this event. They're going to be, putting this thing on full display. Over 33 different Saphyr users will be talking about their experiences and what they've done with the machine. And this is exactly what I was hoping would happen for this company. Because again, I am a shareholder in this company. I don't have the biggest position ever, but at the end of the day, an investment is an investment. And I really wanted to see them start to do this. So what do I think this means for the company? Well, in my opinion, whenever you have a company like this one with so much attention, this is the perfect reason for them to, the perfect opportunity, let's say, for them to give the ability and give the, the option for people to see why they should invest into them going on into the future and not just get out once they've made their money. Because again, like I said, Saphyr is amazing. So whenever these institutional investors, whenever these basic investors, when other consumers from other hospitals see this symposium, and whenever they are actually able to see what all this hype is about, I think this could draw a lot of consumers, and I think that this could draw a lot of investments in if they do, if this event does go well and they're capable of showing off what this technology is all about. Because everyone can read articles, everyone can look on their website and watch these little videos or the videos that we're making. But at the end of the day, none of that information is going to be as informative and, immersive as an actual symposium or some type of event like this that they're holding, that they show off the product. So I'm very excited about that. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at a few more details of this. Let's see if we can find anything else that is going to be interesting. And let's go ahead and let's jump back in this article. So what we can see here is that throughout the whole entire week, they're going to be covering a lot of different aspects. So of course on Monday we are going to be having the constitutional cytogenetics. This session starts with the presentation of the clinical validation studies of Saphyr compared to the standard of care cytogenetics for constitutional genetic disease and prenatal testing. Additional speakers show how Saphyr can find pathogenic variants undetected by traditional methods for a variety of genetic diseases and disorders of sex development. And that's one thing that I hope that they do focus on a lot throughout this entire symposium, is the fact that they are going to be showing, okay, this is what our system can do, and this is what the traditional methods cannot do. I hope that is the main focus of this entire thing, because I think that is at the end of the day what is going to be drawing a lot of these investors in, being like, oh, okay, it is disruptive, because what we're doing, what everything's happening around the world, this is so much better. It's so much more enhanced. It's so much more upgraded. And then that is what I think will draw a lot of investors in, because of course, people want better. People want to see, okay, this is an issue or this is something we do, we can do it better. And then that's whenever those investors come in. So now I'm not going to jump into every single one, but we can cover a lot of the different topics that we have every day. So on Tuesday, on January 12th, we will have heme malignancy. On Wednesday, we will have solid tumor, which should be very, very interesting. On January 14th, which is a Thursday, they're going over complex molecular diagnostics. And on Friday, this is the one that I'm very, very curious about. This is going to be COVID-19 host genome SV expert panel session. So this is going to be about the key members of the COVID-19 COVID-19 Host Genome SV Consortium will present how they are using Sapphire and other genomic technologies to detect structural variants in human genome that can predispose to mild or severe COVID-19 disease. Speakers will present on their study of 37 critically ill ICU-admitted patients on children with MIS-C, on comparative genomics of SARS-CoV-2, infection-susceptible animals and people, and more. Now, of course, we do have a link here that is going to be for the full schedule if you do want to go check out every other thing else and what, the rest of the details of these days are going to be. Now, this is the day that I do think a lot of people are going to be paying attention because, again, like I said, everything right now in the world is revolving around COVID, if we're being honest. And the fact that they are now presenting something that could, let people know, okay, these people are more susceptible due to these genetic variants or anything like that. Simply any piece of information that could, be somewhat breakthrough or somewhat change the course of what is going on right now with COVID could be absolutely huge for this company. Now, I'm not expecting them to have any way of, completely changing COVID forever or, changing this whole entire situation. But if there is some type of way that their system can contribute to that, that will not only grab the eyes of many investors, but it will also grab the attention of a lot of different institutions who may then want to use some of their technology, and then we could see their revenue increase as they do sell more of their products. Let me know what you guys think about this symposium down below. Are you going to be watching it? If you are going to be watching it, are any of those days interesting to you and you're going to check one of them out? Are you going to be tuning in on Friday? Because I know I definitely will. I'm quite curious to see what they say about everything going around COVID. Let me know your opinions down in the comment section below. If you did enjoy today's video, if you found it valuable or entertaining, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. We're coming up on 2,500 subscribers already. It's so weird. I just said the day before yesterday, I was like, we're coming up on 2,000 subscribers. Now we're coming up on 2,500. And a few days from now, I might be saying we're coming up on 3,000. Like, it's just so insane. So I did want to thank you guys again. I really do appreciate everything you do for me personally. You've made me a better person. You've made me a better YouTuber, and you've just made me a better investor in general. And so I appreciate each and every one of you who stops by. With that being said, I'm posting 2 to 3 times every single day, so I'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace.